Welcome into All Things LA Real Estate. My name is PK Knoll, and I am running point on this channel. This is your May real estate update for Atwater. Big fan of Atwater. It's located just southwest of Glendale, northeast of Los Feliz. It's an extremely family-friendly, safe neighborhood. It's also very accessible to all the highways. So if you live on the east side, that can be difficult, but this neighborhood gives you an opportunity to get around the city pretty easily. We're going to get into everything that's important if you're somebody who's looking to buy or possibly sell in the neighborhood currently. We're going to get into all the current numbers. We're going to go some month over month, year over year statistics. And at the end of the video, I'm going to key in on a few properties that have caught my eye that could be opportunities for you. Let's go. All right, so we're jumping into the current statistics here in Atwater. Like everywhere else in LA, inventory is the biggest issue. It'll continue to be like that. And we only have 6 homes for sale in Atwater right now. That's not an extremely low number. It is a very small neighborhood, but we would love to see more opportunities for buyers to cool off this market. Not going to happen anytime soon. So let's get into it a little bit more specifically. On the low end, if you're looking in Atwater, $989,000. So you're barely going to be able to get into this neighborhood for under $1 million. There's a couple listings just under $1 million, with probably the expectation that they will get $1 million offers. On the high end, $1.98 million, and the average price in this neighborhood is $1.390817. So just under $1.4 million. Average days on market is 22. If you look at the neighborhoods around it, not too bad. So we haven't seen homes in Atwater sitting as long as neighborhoods like Silver Lake, Echo Park, Mount Washington, Highland Park. So homes are going off the market and are attractive in this neighborhood. Quickly looking back to last May so we can get a better understanding. We only had 7 homes sell last May in Atwater. We're not going to get to that number, obviously, with only 6, but we're not seeing a huge drop year over year. The homes last May did sell at 121%, meaning if you look at the list prices, they sold 20% over that list price. In any good market, it's going to sell over the list price, but 21% over the list is pretty high. Now, let's take a quick look into April. All right, so we're jumping into April. It's always very important to key in on the most recent statistics in a neighborhood because that's going to give you the best semblance of what the market's doing, right? So in April of this year, we saw 9 homes get sold in Atwater, which is actually a pretty good number, right? We looked at May of 2022, where only 7 homes were sold. We look at the current month, there's only 6 homes available. So 9 homes being sold is a pretty solid transaction number for Atwater. The jarring number when you look at this is it's sold at 102% clip, meaning 2% over the average list price. And as I mentioned in the previous section, usually you see that number be at 105, 110, in most recent years, 115 and 120% over the list price, which tells us some people are pricing their home too high, and some people are just taking offers right at that list price or even below that mark. The minimum sold last month was $800,000. The maximum was $2.275 million. Pretty high end for Atwater. The average was $1.274111. So about $110,000 less than the average list price in May. So we can probably expect that 102% list price percentage to stay around that. We might even see some price drops in Atwater. So something to keep your eye on. Average days on market is exactly the same, 22 days on market. So like I said, homes in Atwater aren't sitting as long as other neighborhoods on the east side. So if you see something that's attractive to you, it might be something you want to jump on. Now let's take a quick look into April of 2022 so we can have some very distinct year-over-year statistics. In April of 2022, only 6 homes were sold. So we sold more in 2023 than 2022. That is incredible. That is not common in any real estate market in 2023. It's going to be a very slow year. The homes last year did sell at 128%. So homes are selling for much more. There is much more demand as interest rates continue to rise. They're above 6-7% in some respects. Buyers are still very weary. We have, a lot of talk about all the banks collapsing. Commercial real estate is in a real vulnerable state. So a lot of the buyer sentiment towards the market is not great, which always affects the market. So it's something to keep your eye on. There's a Warren Buffett quote where he says, be fearful when others are greedy, be greedy when others are fearful. So I think it's a time where you're not necessarily going to be out there buying a home right now. If it's borderline for you, I do not suggest that. But if it's going to be something where everybody else is falling off of the market, keep your eye on it because there could be deals available to that. And on that instance, let's check out a few homes that have caught my eye. All right, homes that have caught my eye. Couple things. First of all, do I think it's a good time to buy? No, I don't. I do believe in owning a home is the best way to build up your financial future as a middle class individual in this country. But to say it's a good time to buy is a huge misleading statement. Of course, it's not a great time to buy. I think the biggest issue with real estate agents is they think their job is to convince people it's a good time to buy. Secondly, I don't rag on houses. There are houses on the market in neighborhoods all over the city that I wouldn't touch. I wouldn't let a client make an offer on. I'm not going to put those out in these videos because I'm not here to do that and it's not my drip. So I'm going to give you some homes that are essentially, maybe some opportunities for investment, maybe the best home that I think I like on the market. And I'm always going to go into the biggest price one so you can get a perspective on the top end of the market. So let's get into 3 homes in Atwater of the 6 that I like the most. And the first one is 4026 Baywood Street. It's 5 bedrooms, 3 baths, 1,863 square feet, and it's listed for $989,000. So if you remember, this is the min price in the neighborhood currently. The thing that attracts me with this home is it might be a good opportunity if you're somebody who's looking for an investment or a first property where you rent out, because this has an additional ADU that's already finished, a 2-bedroom, 1 bath, and this lot is 7,000 square feet. That is a huge lot for Atwater, and there could be some good opportunities. Now, this has been listed since March 22nd, so it's been sitting for like 2 months. One concern I have is there are no interior photos at this residence. Now, I know they have tenants on the property currently, so that could be the reasoning behind that, but there might be some work needed to be done within the home. So keep your eye on this, but this home might be a good opportunity for somebody who's trying to come in, who's concerned about interest rates, is willing to rent out the back ADU unit, or maybe an investment property where you rent out both and cover that mortgage and start getting yourself into the game. Second one, favorite house in Atwater right now. It's 317 Glen Manor Place. It's a 5-bedroom, 3-bath, 1,820 square feet, and it's listed for $1.919,900. And it just got listed on 510 for $2.2 million. And within 8 days, they lowered the price over $200,000. So just on 518, they lowered that price down to the 1.919. It has also, same thing as the Baywood home, it has a 2-bedroom, 1 bath in the back ADU unit. And it has current tenants who are on a month-to-month program paying $2,500. Now, make sure if you're going to reach out and talk about this, that you find out exactly what the situation is with those tenants. In California, I'm sure you're aware, it can be very difficult to get somebody out of a home that they have as far as a renter's perspective. And maybe you can get more than $2,500, my estimation. If it's nice, if it's decent, 2-bedroom Atwater back unit, you can probably get more than $2,500. My guess is somewhere in the $3,200 range, dependent on the interior of the place. I also love about this house, it has a great rooftop on the main property. Big fan of sitting outside, enjoying the California weather, checking out the views. Finally, the big dog. We're getting in 3523 Perlita Avenue. It's a 3-bedroom, 2-bath, 1,645 square feet. It's listed for $1.98 million. This place is incredible. It has a pool, a gym, an incredible yard, and it is completely finished throughout. So this is move-in ready. The one thing I will say, in Atwater this year, we're about, almost halfway through the year. We've only seen one sale over 1.8 million. That was actually last month. So the market is not really super attracted to the super high end. We haven't had a lot of listings in that range. So keep your eye on it. But if you're looking for the nicest house in Atwater, this might be the spot. Thank you so much for watching the video. I appreciate it. We're going to be doing these videos month over month. We get into every neighborhood on the east side. We're doing Silver Lake. We're doing Echo Park, Mount Washington, Glassell Park, Cypress Park, Lincoln Heights, every single neighborhood on the east side. We're going to actually do more niche videos as well. We're going to get into some restaurant reports. We're going to get into the schools. We're going to get into the attractions. We're going to do some fun stuff. So like, subscribe to the channel if you so desire. I appreciate your time. Be good.
Yeah.